Hello YouTube! We are on our way to leisure games now.
Oh, that was enthusiastic, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's been a while. I don't know how leisure games is going to feel.
I didn't mean that, I meant the hello YouTube. I totally don't want to be here.
Totally a bit tired, I'll be honest. It's a bit too late.
Dude, it's 20 to 10.
Is it?
Don't.
Yeah, so in regards to how, let's stay with me personally in preparation for this. Last week, I think Grand Blue went good. But I had no time to practice other decks and things and other concepts.
So you're sticking with Grand Blue.
And even changes in the deck, I can't even test because it just hasn't been done.
You have had time. You just...
I just had no one to play with because
there we go.
We've been busy. You know, it's weekdays.
So you go with Grand Blue again? Yeah.
Because everyone's saying like, well, why don't I just do a testing experience and do something else? But I really don't want to do that. I want to actually have a good chance of winning because I don't want to go like after game one. This deck's not working for me. I sucked, but I still got it through somehow.
Like, to be honest, I can't comment because I'm still using angles. Like, I could test.
Yeah, but it's different versions of it, different builds within it. You're still unsure on certain cards.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
You're gonna play it and be like, well, that shouldn't have been in there.
Probably.
Yeah, I think the type of decks that we will see at leisure games will probably be more mystery. I think they've always been a bit more mystery.
Yeah, they've always been good down there.
Yes, our leisure games used to be our locals, so we used to go there every week or every other week.
Unfortunately, they started to focus less on Vanguard tournaments, so that's when we ended up moving down to Stevenage, where we tend to go these days.
It's a little closer as well, which is good.
So we're meeting Faz down there again. Faz is going to be with us again.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's using boobs again.
Well, he only has boobs. He just has many.
Has he changed his boobs?
I don't think he's changed his boobs.
Oh god.
I think they fit him well. Suit him well. So yeah. So I think that's.
Don't really know what else to say, Mike. Like,
yeah, I know, right?
We've been like, talk.
Well, you know what I'm like. I could always think of something stupid to carry on the conversation.
Yeah, everything you say is stupid, Mike.
Somewhat. I mean, it's rateable. It's debatable.
We should get a harvest on the way back.
We get what?
We should get a harvest on the way back.
If we win, maybe? I think we went somewhere.
Only one person's going to win, Mike.
I forgot about that. It's going to be the final again, or the top 8, and then I was going to be like, oh look, I beat you. Like, well.
Probably.
I saw that one.
Crit.
I saw that one coming. Yeah, me with my 12 crit and you with like 6. And then you'll crit me, I'll be pissed. Crit stand. Yeah! I couldn't do the extra attack with the ground hit. That's the worst. I hate stands.
I like the fact stands are seeing more play these days. But again, we're waffling.
Yes.
I think. So
yes, because it needs to be a decent section. Because last time it was like, well, that's us on the way there, and that's us afterwards.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So yes.
So I think
hopefully
that's it here.
Hopefully do well.
And we'll see you in a bit.
We'll see you in a bit.
So this is Mike.
On the back.
Well, he's back at least. And we're walking up to leisure games. Gonna go find Faz.
Tell him not to do this, by the way.
I assume Faz is here somewhere. Mike, say hi to the camera.
No, they've seen me already.
No, they haven't.
Actually from the back. They haven't seen me. Look at that. Look at that.
There he is.
Good effort and things.
This is hard to walk sideways. And we're gonna go find Faz.
What are you doing?
Here's Mike again. And we're coming up to leisure games, which is just there. There it is. Ignore the busy street noises. We're gonna go in and see how the day goes.
Hello, YouTube.
Hi.
Faz is in the back and Aaron's kind of halfway on, so I think we should really... so I'm just going to go through the rounds.
Feel free.
Well, shouldn't we just say where we've been, what the format was? And...
That was part 1.
What?
That's part one. We talk about how the tournament's organised and things.
Oh yeah, balancing it on my steering wheel. This is great.
What, did you know the tournament was going to be like this?
No, we just say normally say we guys leisure games, which you said.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 and what we expect to see. And now this is how it went. And,
So then we got to talk about the
and then you hold your format rant at the end. Right, so we'll go through the rounds as usual, and then we'll talk about how the day went and blah blah blah. So, game one, I was against a friend of ours, against Adish, and
Team Delta Crow.
Was you
Team Delta Crow.
Was you
He's
game
the
one?
third member.
Was you game one? I don't remember you having game one.
Oh, game one I had a bye.
Okay, yeah,
bye,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, never mind. I skipped my go.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Well, everyone had the same amount of games at the start. Type of thing,
I think it's better off to do what Faz wants and to go on about the formats first and how the tournament was set up.
It kind of makes more sense. But if you want to stick to your format, we'll go with Mike's format because he's
he
more
explained
of a veteran.
why some of us might have had more games. I'm curious who had more games first.
We should have all had the same
No.
amount?
This is what I'm curious about. If at some point we're like, hang on a
No,
sec.
they statistically said that
No.
basically
Okay.
people that went first had up to 2 games more.
Right, okay.
I had a bye. Next.
Right, starters.
Yeah.
It was double elimination. They went fully through double elimination. There was no top cut. So that's how it was set up, which meant that you had a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. Because of the amount of people that were there, basically half the people had around 0, which is...
No, it wasn't round 0. Round 0 basically means 1 loss and you're done. Half the people had
Okay.
an insta-win.
Well, no, they didn't have it. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Instant-win. A buy is an instant win in this scenario.
Yeah.
It counts as a win and it does not go in your lose column. Therefore, 20 people turned up for a tournament, 8 of which instantly had entrance to what would theoretically be the next round.
In the next round, some other people didn't play. Because I was playing the next round and
No,
Aaron had a break.
Yes, but that's because I was playing the winner of you guys.
Yeah, but you still had a break, is my point. You still had
Yeah.
missed out a round.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how it made sense, because someone else I was playing won their round and they didn't get it.
I think it was the point that the people who
I never
played...
had a buy. I never had a day off. But
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to really think about it, and I can't because I am dead at this point.
just put 20 people into the challenge software for double eliminations. The challenge is an online-based tournament system that you can use to help yourself out. Put 20 people into the challenge-based tournament system stating specifically only double elimination and see what the pairings do. That's pretty much what we had at this event today. It's a very haphazard way. The ending of it meant that one of the players in the finals had 0 losses and the other one had 1 loss, therefore creating this environment that the player with the loss would have had to have won 2 best out of 3 rounds to be victorious of the tournament in the final, and the dude that didn't have any losses had 2 opportunities not to screw up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very strange format. Yeah.
Also, want to point out it was best of 3, as he just said, and it was an hour long for all of it. So for 3 games, an hour long. So okay, so it's like 20 to 25 minutes now due to G Guardians. So 2 games is 50 minutes max. So the third game's apparently meant to take about another 10 minutes.
Yep.
It
Which was then.
Granted, I'm aware that it doesn't technically always take 25 minutes, but the point
Sometimes
is...
it takes 33 minutes and 42 seconds.
And the time is currently 10 past 7. And we started at 10:30.
Yeah.
So this has been a long day. Is that the format rant done?
I'm pretty much done with it.
Okay, so game 1, Mike had a bye. Cool. Game 1, me and Faz. Awesome.
Hey!
Hey, buddy.
It's well worth the hour's drive.
So, kick number 1 on the ladder was Faz.
Yeah. So basically,
Feel free to say whatever you want. I don't mind.
it's absolutely fine. I played against a Angel Feather player. This Angel Feather player was playing Nociel. This Nociel deck managed to triple trigger me twice in his 2 victories against me, unnecessarily. Do I have anything against it? No, because I know what the deck does.
Get off camera.
Yeah, you stay off camera, you motherfucker.
I have no excuse. I'm sorry.
It's bad. The fact of the matter is that I could try and keep up, but the trigger count against me was there. It was a bit sacky, but at the end of the day, I knew what the deck was going to do. You damage him once, and he'll suddenly plus 6 cards in your turn.
Yeah,
or 3 cards.
That's the worst bit.
And it's very difficult to get around that, especially considering that other things are getting plus 2k. So you're trying to do niggle 9s, and it's like, well, I can pointlessly guard with a 5k Nociel, and suddenly everything gets plus 2k. That's basically my rant from it. Yeah.
I have nothing else to add other than the fact that I have no excuse for sacking, and yes, I triple triggered twice. Okay. I feel really bad.
Next round, Darren had a bye.
I went and got lunch.
I didn't realise I had to get lunch during my bye. So I was against, as I said, Satish. He was using golds. As usual, I note down like the main things that change. Fortunately, in Vanguard it is triggers, so forgive me, but he single drove crit on grade 1 and healed back, and I went 3 to pass when I was on 4 damage, and he went crit. Exactly on the Vanguard. I was like, oh, that's lovely, that's game 1. Game 2, again, grade 2, single crit, this time on grade 2 this time. He double healed back on until he got to stride type of thing. So I had to deal with 2 extra damage. Yeah, I went on 2 to pass, but he was going to deck out anyway. But he had Legion, but he had 2 cards left in his deck, so he had a Drew and had to Legion back to 5. And yeah, I don't know how well he was done there. But yeah, again, he healed. In the third game, he healed too early, and it was a decent game with a crit for game scenario. But I'm not sure what would happen if I didn't get it. So how long it would go on for, I don't know. But third game was good. First game, he was Saki. Second game, yeah, it was back and forth.
So yeah, round.
So I'm glad it was out of 3 because that triple crit was just dumb.
You didn't have a break on this round too, did you?
No, I didn't. I had to play a Shadow Paladin player. So I was already looking forward to this. For those of you who know me, I have a common habit of getting sacked against Paladin players, so was not looking forward to this. Luckily, it was shoes on the other foot. Both games were kind of one of those ones where I rode to 3 first, he then rode, I was able to G-guard, and then that allowed me to early turn Olivia. In both of those games was exactly the same thing, and it was just bam bam, early crit, couldn't handle it. The 12 crit deck that we've been building and I'm liking at the moment just has the draw power, which Mike says that I should stop drawing at times, but you can never draw too many cards.
You can.
I know,
you
right?
Can't.
You just have to draw. If it's there, you draw. You draw.
Just keep drawing. Keep drawing.
So good.
It's like Dory. Just keep drawing. Just keep drawing.
I decked out.
And yeah, so basically it wasn't anything major. There was just basically a nice even 1-2 game. It just happened that I managed to get the crits off early, and he didn't. Second game, he used the kill 2 and draw 2 instead of going into Diablo, which would have killed me. But yeah, apart from that, funsies all round.
Cool. Round 3 next, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So Faz, what was your round 3?
My round 3 was against another Paladin player by the name of Saktish.
Oh,
you're against him.
Yeah, so playing this weird deck, something to do with bluish flames, and again it was a case of last time I've played Saktish, it was a case of right, 1 to pass he gets it, 2 to pass you get it, no pass, double trigger, everything to rear guard. It's just like, wow, there's no freaking point in me playing against this kid. So was looking forward to another deck like that, but luckily, again, G-guarding has completely changed the format, allowing that early for me. Olivia, a lot of pressure. I was also able to speak a niggle, so I got him to 4 damage by about turn 2. So early crit, rush, and then it was just Olivia couldn't handle it, niggles with criticals and just going through, and that was it. Just pops through, managed to do quite well. Obviously, bit of hard feelings because that was actually second last. Knocking out a player in these kind of tournament formats is never really grand, especially if it's someone that you know and you kind of have camaraderie with. So that's always a negativity side with my point of double elimination, is you end up kind of killing your friends, especially in tight little environments. But
Speaking of.
well, speaking
I
of,
didn't knock you out,
spoilers,
alright?
Regardless, I was climbing up the ladder quite well, and then I was against Aaron, so yeah, I can't beat Aaron, so that was a lovely game. I got crit for game 1, that was about as close as I'm ever going to get. And other than that, he just
I want to
destroyed me.
expand upon it. Game 1, I G-assisted first turn for a grade 1.
Ooh.
And yeah, because Mike never got his crit for games, eventually I went into Raphael.
Games 1. One crit per game I got in that entire doubled game.
No, you did twice and still didn't get it.
Okay, I had probably decked in 6 as well.
Yeah, it's my point. Like, you went crit per game, it's like, no crit, it's like 8. And again, later on, nope. Because that gave me time to go to Raphael, so then I go heal down, and he just loses his pressure, and I ended up winning, even though I G-assisted, because he had just great freeze in his hand.
Make it sound like it was a thing, but what do you do damage? You swap out, Counter Blast Plus, next damage, Counter Blast Plus, Counter Blast Plus. You plus in one time, you plus 3 cards on my turn with 1 attack.
That wasn't that wasn't in that game. That was in the next game.
Whatever.
Come on!
So game
friendly.
1, I won.
Way too many cards.
Friendly.
Game 2, all I can say is the perfect way Nociel was meant to go. You ride Nociel, you take a bunch of Nociel damage, you add them to your hand. You swap cards, they get power. The stride's strong. Beat Mike.
Difficult, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I
don't know what you've noted down for that.
The game? No, I said
the second one.
Oh, I just said crit for game 1. Aaron, so yeah, GG, game 2.
I will say from a spectator's point of view, on the first game when Aaron had to G-assist and you had that glimmer of hope in your eyes, I think it did kind of mention it's false hope, don't get up there. And yeah, kind of proved me wrong. I know that's salt in the wounds, but it's kind of funny to see someone who knows how a deck works see a flaw in the deck appear out of nowhere, completely uncontrollably, such as not riding and having to G-assist, and it's just like, but you know it's just going to catch up in a minute. Don't be happy. And yeah, Murphy's Law comes around and suddenly, bam, 12 cards in hand again.
You had the Strike Break game 1, I think.
That was the first game.
Oh yeah, because sorry, I have to point out, he literally just had the Vanguard attack without a boost, without a field.
Yeah, I forgot to note that down.
Oh look, I heal. I heal. I drive check. I heal. Back down to 3. Oh great. So attack.
0 pressure.
Well, I've not got any pressure anymore. No guard. No trigger. Okay, fine.
Let's do round 4, shall we?
Let's move on.
I want to get Spike. I learnt my lesson from last time and not letting him stride first, because that's just broken. Because their GB3 skill is broken. He had to forcefully rush early in one of the games, but that was obviously too early. But he knew he couldn't survive much longer. He just opened sack triggers, but he couldn't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I crit him early on game 2, I think it says here. I got a crit on grade 1 and my first grade 3 check, I think. Or stride check or whatever it was, so I put him to late damage way too quickly.
So my round 4 was against a lovely guy named Wayne. He was using Grand Blue, as was a lot of people apparently this tournament. Mm-hmm. He was using a 7 Seas Night Rose hybrid, which I thought was kind of odd, but it did some funky shit. So yeah, game 1 I rode Gabriel, so it was a slower paced game. I Raphael twice, because that's all you can do when you play ride Gabriel, just heal down and stuff. And at the end, he drove check 3 grade 3s, so he couldn't guard. So that was that. Ouch. Game 2, it was just a no-CL game. So, ride no-CL. I rushed.
Yeah, we'll get on to your game.
I rushed on grade 2 and got a stand trigger as well, so I got 4 attacks off. Then there's a crit for game situation for him. He didn't get it, and then I no-CL'd and went 4 attacks and beat him down. So, yeah.
Remember?
What? Yeah, of course I remember my loss, the defeat that threw me out of the tournament.
Okay.
Have I got to relive it?
A little bit, just briefly if you want. I lost 2 that would suffice.
Ooh, you didn't lose to Great.
No, I thought your next. This is your. You haven't said this round, have you?
Yeah, this is round 4.
Yeah.
Or round 5, whatever it is.
Round 4.
Round 4 was my exit. Was my swan song.
Yeah, and you haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, it's because basically it was a bad day. It was a very bad day. Great nature, and it was just one of those things. Big numbers at the sides. I was able to handle it, but it was just a case of on her first stride. On the first game, it was very, very even. We managed to sort of pace it out. It was quite nice. Brought her to 5. She's 6 damage healed, which is always fun.
Ouch.
And then basically pops me on the next go with Crayola Tiger restanding her big column that she'd already pumped up. And then the second one, it was like first stride, I'm at 3 damage, and I'm like, well, I've noticed standing there, so why not just let it go through? And it was like crit trigger, grade 3, crit trigger, and I'm like, well, that was fun. Didn't even get to stride, really. Thanks for turning up, Faz. See you next week.
I'm sorry, Faz.
That's all right. I'm here just for comic relief. I know I'm not the serious.
Okay, next round I win again.
Ouch.
No, you're not.
Thank you. I was looking for emotional support there. I was fishing.
No, we're doing that.
So we moved to round 5. I think this is actually round 5.
Okay, I didn't actually type. I thought I was missing one, so that's why I typed in Kagro. So I'm pretty sure this is Kagro's round. Yeah, but I went against Kagro, and they were using the X and Legend as usual. But yeah, the deck is just too slow. It is too slow. It can't keep up with the format, so it shouldn't really be running.
Next set potentially.
But it's because of the pace of the deck that I was able to keep up. They have a little bit of synergy with Conroe and searching out the
Sorry, I'm just watching someone nearly hit a car.
I know, right?
And now she's going for it again. She hasn't got the swing on it. She's going to get jazzed as fuck. She's going to twang it. Yeah, and she hit it. She's hit the beamer. She missed the Honda and hit the beamer.
Oh dear.
But anyway,
let's carry on.
Well, that's
now she's driving off.
While that's playing out, we'll try not to get eye contact with her as she drives by.
She's gone!
Hit and run. It's a hit and run.
What the fuck?
We have just witnessed live on camera. Aaron, edit.
I could have turned that around.
I'm keeping that in. That's amusing.
I could have turned that around, but we're just like, don't hit it. But anyway, so I was against Kagro. Yeah, they couldn't keep up because of the format, I think. And yeah, then I still synergy with Conroe and discarding a grade 3 and searching another grade 3 to then send it back with a Soul Blast and retire something and whatnot. And it was quite a nice combo with the grade 1 that he did to retire one of my attacking units and then the starter into Soul for me to choose something else, which reduced power or something. But anyway, yeah, it's quite good. Anyway.
So that obviously feathers out. So,
yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
I went against Dom, who's a regular. We know Dom quite well. He was using Grand Blue, full 7 Seas deck.
Okay.
So I apparently can't really remember game 1. Decent game, nothing really went wrong. It came to crit for game for him, and he got the crit. So that was fun. And then game 2, he did a stupid grade 2 rush, and it destroyed me, because obviously I'm sitting on grade 2, I can't get my Nocil pluses. So he had 2 cutlasses. He managed to do 2 cutlasses, get out 2 front row 9Ks, and also do a 7C swap to get 4 attacks off. And I went to like 4 or 5 damage straight away. I couldn't catch up, and then he just beat me down with Negaruk with the strike. So that was my round 5. So I lost that, and I went down into the loser bracket. And then I sat there waiting for... So round 6 and 7, I was sitting there playing games and stuff, waiting for the next person to come along.
Yep, so I was still in the loser bracket there and kicked me down too. I was against Mohammed?
Yep.
Yeah, Mo the Oracle.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, he was running Oracles. I was writing down, I've pretty much just written down very long and close game because it was just dragged out because it was the draw power of both decks, potentially. And yeah, it just kept going on. I misplayed at one point because I could have double intercepted for 2 to pass and then used the heal trigger on the crit that you got on the rear guard, but for some reason I used the heal trigger on the Vanguard, and I was 5k short on the rear guard for some reason. But that was just the game I lost. But other than that, it was 2-1. Yeah, it was the Oracle-y deck that he's got.
He plays Oracle, as in not Oracle Think Tank, but Oracle the
keyword.
Yeah, there we go.
Which is the grade 1's pretty much the best thing you can get from it.
Mm-hmm.
10k.
Anyway, the next round, because Aaron's still sitting there.
I was sitting there playing my DS. I felt happy.
Again, I'm struggling to climb back up again. I was against Great Nature, the Faz lost 2. The GB2 is still threatening, I reckon. The GB2 Stride. But yeah, so I couldn't guard with grade 0s. But yeah, I had enough to survive when it happened. And yeah, it's very GB reliant, Great Nature, and very rearguard reliant. So if you can take out their rearguards and the fact that she went first both games was also in my advantage because it's the whole...
Yeah, it gave you that.
Yeah, she had to stride first, so I could stride first, so I could put the pressure on. They haven't got enough things to keep up. And then I walked over to Aaron.
It's round 8. It's us again.
Yay! So this is basically
for the winning spot of the losers bracket.
Yeah. So whoever
I went straight there because I was at the top of the winners bracket when I lost. Mike had to climb up.
So I had to climb up again with extra 2 games.
Just to fight me again.
To fight him and lose again. So that was lovely.
I just need to double check something now, because I've been counting it out. You have actually sat out of 2 games, Aaron, so far?
3.
3 games.
Didn't do the first one
Yep.
because you guys did your stuff and I was sitting there waiting. And then
He sat on 2 other games that I was playing.
no, sorry, I did the first one while he was waiting.
Yeah.
And then I played while he was. I waited while he was playing.
Yeah.
And then I basically where I lost, I jumped straight to the front of the losers bracket.
So yeah,
I had the best,
basically you sat out of 2 games.
Yeah.
You had possibly the best run you could have had out of that. Because
yes.
I think Mike's played more games than you in this scenario.
Yes.
Yeah, he has.
I don't know what Dom was up to, so I can't
Dom,
basically...
Worst thing
basically,
is-
when Dom beat me, he was waiting for the winner of whatever my match was. So
he would have had the
he sat
extra
out of 3 games, unless he got a bye as well.
See, that's
So
what I
he-
mean
so
about the
he-
format.
he-
It's
he wa-
being
Yeah.
really, really horrid.
He sat out of 3 games to get in the final. Oh dear.
He literally went 4 wins. How many rounds was
It
it?
doesn't matter. In fact, he sets out 3 games. It's pretty bollocks, to be honest. And there's
Yeah.
me fighting my way through. Even if I did beat Aaron, I would have to beat him twice. How is that
Yeah,
fair?
we'll get there in a minute.
But anyway,
Yeah, let's go to
I was against Aaron. I of course lost again because I can't win against Angels. The one game that I did win, I got a crit. No, sorry, I didn't win at all. He beat me 2-0, as far as I'm aware. But he got a crit, and I 6 damage healed. But obviously, it doesn't matter because he got the crit.
That was
Yeah.
game 2.
That was game
No,
2.
I'm
That
just
was when
remembering
you-
facts about the 2 games.
Right. First of all,
You
game
had 6
game
grade
1.
3s in hand.
Yeah.
Game 1. All I can remember was it was a pretty back and forth game. I think we healed several times. We crit several times.
Several.
You healed as well.
Oh yeah.
And then,
in a drive check, but not by effect and drive check.
I was running out of cards in my hands. I went 2 to pass, and then Mike committed and got it. So he won.
Oh, I did win that one. Oh yeah.
Yes. Then it was game 2. Okay, no, sorry. Ignore that last bit about the heals. Game 2 was heals. It was heal, 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 and then I healed and then I healed again. And then...
You heal more than me because you do effects. I just got drive check.
Yeah, because I went and I took extra damage. I did my stride, then I healed, and then I healed in the drive check.
Because you always heal in the drive
And
check.
then I was like, I'm on 3, and then you're like, well, fuck this, blah 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 blah, and then you would
And I got-
eventually,
and I got a heal, yeah.
and then you decked out.
Yeah, I decked out because drawing's always good, Faz.
It is. It's always good. Also, knowing when you've had to G-assist in that one because it helped with the
Yeah.
miscalculation of
yeah,
triggers.
yeah. I thought I had more triggers than I had
Yeah.
left, but I G-assisted in that game, which is also lovely.
The thing is, Aaron could have blocked the double trigger dump on the other side.
Yeah, so I had to come in.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's fine.
I only had 2 triggers left.
And the last one,
I had 6 out of 7 of my grade 3s.
yep. So
was
Mike
just-
could do bugger all. I have no
I
CL.
still survived an extra
So
turn,
I'm
somehow.
like plus plus plus. He's like, I can't do crap with grade 3s, and I'm like attack. And then he was hoping for a 6 damage heal just to survive. While he got it, I got a crit. So as you already mentioned, I think.
Didn't matter. So basically, Aaron kicked me down halfway through the day for me to climb up and get kicked down again.
By
So
me.
it's basically exactly the same as the last shot thing where I got to the
Yep.
top 8 and Yuri knocked me down. And the exact same thing happened afterwards. So
I'm
lovely.
sorry, Mike.
What are you against, Aaron?
Because next game I was against Dom again with
So-
Grand Blue
so-
again. I went against Grand Blue. Apart from Faz, every game was Grand Blue.
So
Every game.
I always change. Still,
The fact you-
still Mega Lantica.
the fact you
Yeah, I
lost
know,
to him
still there.
twice, though, I cannot let that go.
Well,
Cannot.
I'm sorry, but I beat he beat me in the first one. I won the second one, and then the third one I managed to 6 damage heal, but I still lost because I couldn't come back because I couldn't stride after that. I just had 2 turns of not striding. He's like stride.
So yeah, 2 turns
stride.
of not striding, that's
Stride.
why you lost that one.
Yeah, even though I 6 damage healed. But I generally can't think of any particular reason. Like, both the last and the second game, he didn't exactly trigger.
But I don't see how you don't struggle against him. You struggle against him, but not against me. It makes no
It's
I
sense.
don't know. I generally
It's
don't
a
know.
slightly different deck. So what
slightly
happens
different,
is, yeah,
sure.
it's slightly different. But what happens is, and the issue that some players will get is that they are used to seeing a 7 Seas deck that their mate has built, and they have got purely how their mate uses the deck and how the cards that are in there are specifically targeted towards them. So basically, great example. is that your 7 Seas deck is your 7 Seas deck. It's not a 7 Seas deck that you've seen on a forum. It's not a 7 Seas deck that you've seen top in Japan. It's your 7 Seas deck. Yeah. That is all the 7 Seas that Aaron consistently sees and knows. And how to play it is how you play it with your niggle.
No, he played them throughout the day. If they're all pretty much exactly the same.
You and Dom were the only 7 Seas.
Yeah.
The other one... I went against 5 Grand Blue decks. 2 were you, 2 were Dom, and 1 was some other guy that had a Night Rose in there.
Yeah. So basically, Aaron's used to playing you. Aaron knows how you play. Aaron knows what that deck does when you use it. When someone else uses it and starts playing things like Cannoneer and all these other things,
so this is just
it screws the theory
This is just it. I saw Cannoneer, but I never saw it come out. I saw it come out once in the last game, and he just poked off a Broken Heart and drew a card. I'm like, alright. Other than that, like, he always got his Cutlass, but I think he said he ran 4.
Yeah, he 4s out
compared to 2.
Yeah.
Like, but he only ever found it / used it once, so I don't really see what the issue is. If he used it more times later on, then Mike would have just done that with Banshee anyway, so I don't see how that would have made a difference. Like, the only thing I can consistently remember is Stride, cool 2 Negarooks, they're 21. Stride, cool Negarooks, they're 21.
They're not the 21 columns, yeah. That's exactly what I do against you, but it didn't phase you. I don't know why it phased you against Dom, but not against me.
I generally don't know.
It made no sense. This is the biggest wind-up of today. The fact that he always beat me, no struggle whatsoever, unless I get crit for game. That's pretty much as close as I ever get. So,
I don't get it. Like, I generally don't.
There must have been some variance that you didn't plus as much or something to deal with it. But God knows.
So that's the lowlights. Highlights?
I'm tired.
Highlights for Faz, got to see people that I haven't seen for a while, got 2 more SP cards.
No, that is. What did you get?
I got,
oh no, come on!
Oh, the Floras. What?
It's 2 of them, that's not exactly a massive find. That's like us going fishing tomorrow and getting like a squiddly thing.
Mate, if I put my rod in the water and pull out a fish, I am chuffed. Last time I went fishing was squat diddly.
Oh, you caught some twigs.
Exactly. I lost more than anything else.
Brendan, why would you get a tree?
I was speaking about your friend. Who kind of cast his fishing line backwards and caught a
tree.
tree.
Yeah, caught a tree.
Yeah, that's always a classic.
that you couldn't pull it out.
Stop stupid car making noise. Highlights, guest seeing people. I got Vice packs for getting second, so...
Watching someone crash into a car in front of us and then...
That was also a highlight.
I don't understand.
Getting a subway was also a highlight. That was yum.
Yeah, random subway is awesome. Guys, I must introduce you to something. If you're not allergic to any food and you're not that picky, go into Subways and just ask the sandwich maker to make your sandwich. And that's it. No further information. Just say, make your sandwich. If they ask someone a question, say your choice. It creates the most delicious food ever.
Oh my god, we do that again.
He'd always do it.
That's
why I don't go in there with him.
What did I end up having? I think it was an
I
Italian
didn't go
DMT.
with him. He came in afterwards and was like, "Oh, I have a sandwich. Do whatever." It's like, God damn it!
So undecisive.
But yeah.
So undecisive.
So we got close.
I
didn't.
applaud you for playing Vanguard. Really, every drive check is like roll a dice. Really good.
We half mentioned this. Just saying this now. So after I beat Mike and went into the finals again against Dom, if by some chance I did manage to beat him twice, I would have then had to play another best of 3 with him because of the way the system works.
Which is why it's a terrible system, which is why you should have just done...
The logic being, he hasn't lost a single game, I have lost 1 game. If he beats me, that makes me 2 losses, I'm double eliminated. If I beat him, he goes down to 1 loss, therefore he still has an extra life and I have to beat him again. So, yeah.
Terrible tournament format, be terrible.
I get it, but
Well, the funny thing is that the judge was going along the whole of, we're doing things like this because it's official Bushy Road, and then basically for fun I just turned around and went, all right then judge, I'd like to disqualify my opponent because he's not using official Bushy Road products as a mat. And they're like, what do you mean? It's like, there is a section in there that states that you cannot use anything that is not officially licensed Bushy Road product. You are not allowed to use custom mats, you're not allowed to use mats that have got other logos or graphics on them unless they are specifically published with Bushy Road's licensing information. And it's just like, oh, we'll ignore that rule. And it's like, fine, ignore one rule, but not another.
The main reason this came about was because people were arguing you can't use any kind of counters to count, like, extra power here, that, whatever, anywhere.
Yeah.
So the argument was, what about the fighters counters that they publish themselves and give in trial decks and all that kind of malarkey? No, I can't use those. It's like, well, why? They're official Bushido products, and they're there to be used as fighters counters.
You can't use dice. So when you're playing against Angel Feathers, or when you're playing against Dimension Police and all of this stuff, where the numbers are just getting stupid, you've got to magically remember them.
I don't agree with it because, like, I'm pretty sure other games have some kind of counter thingy system that you can use to keep track of pack numbers. But that aside, I get not having dice. But the fact that they make fighters counters themselves and they're not allowed to use them is just stupid, but whatever.
Well, they'd need to make fighters counters for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
They do in Japan.
4, 8, 16, 20, 24, 32. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah. There's just too many variations on where pluses go, and heaven forbid you do a 3 plus a 2.
I'm aware, but I'm just saying, like, Japan does have these. They have, like, +4s, +8s, +2s.
Japan also have better tournament structures.
I'm aware they do. So, anything else we would like to add?
No, just I'll probably fail at some other place. See you there.
Where is the next place we're failing?
I believe the next one is Reading next Sunday.
What? Going to Reading?
Yes.
Reading.
We're going to Reading.
Reading.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
We're going
And
to
then
Reading.
the week after that is Cardiff. Team League!
Yeah, I have to go against Aaron.
No, I'll just lose every game. And
No,
you'll be
you
like,
won't. No, you
why?
won't. No,
Why,
no.
Aaron? Why? And then you'll stab me.
Actually, no, I'm
If
not
you-
in Cardiff, am I?
If you let me
I'm in
down,
Huddersfield.
if you let me down in Cardiff, I'm mainly.
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
If
I'm
I-
huddling.
If Aaron lets me down in Cardiff, I'm subbing him out for thirds.
Cheers.
Can't let me down.
You can buy your own cards.
I do buy my own cards.
I've been buying them recently.
Yeah, because you owe me a shite ton of money.
I don't. I will get
It's
this
going
out.
down. No, we're not doing this now. We're not
Why is Mummy and Daddy fighting?
Anyway,
Don't
thank you guys
like
for
it.
watching.
No,
Feel
no.
free to like, comment, and subscribe.
No, no.
And we'll see you
Oh
next
my
week.
God.